I come from Ireland, from Dublin, and I live in Annaberg. Been here for 10 years now. But my partner is from Annaberg, from Buchholz, and so I suppose I came for love and for adventure into the East Germany and in the Grenze, Central Europe. The plan was to work from here. I worked as a tour guide, and so the plan was to use Germany as a base and then continue my work, but that kind of fell through, so I had to find other work. So at the moment now I work with a street building firm, Straßen and Tiefbau, and so I've landed here then for the last 10 years working in Straßenbau. So I didn't realise I would stay so long. After one child, two children, and then the third, I suppose I live here now and this is home. And it's a lovely place. I can find a lot of comparisons with Ireland. People always ask, why Erzgebirge, why not Ireland? And there's a lot here, I suppose, that is there's in a comparison. Okay, there's no sea, you miss the sea, the Atlantic Ocean, but the landscape I find is very open, a little bit more so than in Ireland. People, of course, are, I live in the German side, so you could say they're very German naturally enough, but they're also a little bit Irish in their warmth. So they like visitors, I think, and they like to get to know you. And as people say, it gefällt me. You know, it's nice. The festival it's my second time here, and I came maybe 2 years ago, and I know some people from Annaberg that are involved here with the Neue Consulat, and but just the festival itself, the land art, from the art point of view, is fantastic what people do in the landscape. And I just love the festivals we have here, that they're so easygoing. There's no promotion, it's just a festival, it's just a gathering of people. And if people are coming just to look at the art or just to be a part of the landscape, meeting with others, it's just wonderful. It's a lovely atmosphere, and it doesn't have to be a full program, you know. It's just to be here, to walk around. You see people walking around looking at the art, sitting under trees, talking, reading. It's very relaxed. And of course this weekend, when the weather helps a lot, you know, so it's a good place to come. It's not far away. It's actually a place that not a lot of people know about. When I talk with my family, my Erzgebirge family, they've never heard of the area here, and they were actually very surprised that there gives such a north, you know, an area. So it's a lovely little festival to come and visit.
And how you know about this? Who told you about this?
Well,
where did you find?
Well, I found out, as I say, a few years ago, there was an English artist who was living in Annaberg at the time, Glenn West, and Glenn had an Ausstellung. He had some pieces of artwork here, and I guess that was the main reason for coming, just to see his work. And then, I just discovered then Königsmulde, and I was like, why not come over and visit? And you know, kind of, it's not very well advertised, you know, you don't hear a lot about it, which is maybe a good thing, you know, that it stays nice and quiet.
Capacity.
Yeah. So, and that said, you know, there's always a lot of people that come to visit, and as I say, it's very relaxed, and just, you know, I suppose hopefully it stays that way, you know, kind of just not too many people. But it's wonderful that we come, I think, here to just remember the area, the earth, you know, that it doesn't die, you know.
Yeah.
That in Ireland we have so many ruins and so many, you know, you drive to the countryside and you see little ruined houses like here, and we never think about the people who live there or about the area that has been lost. With development, a lot of our land is developed in new housing estates, and we've lost a lot of our land. But before, from my grandparents, from their time, from my parents' time, all the areas had names, the fields had names, which is a lovely thing about here. People come back here now to remember the people who lived here, the place that it was and the place that it is, and you know, it hasn't died, you know, even though it's ruined. So, and the art, I think, helps to keep it alive, that people come and have another reason to come and look at the place.
What do you love the most on the mountains here?
In the mountains, I love the seasons, the change in season, which is something I don't really experience in Ireland. We have winter, we have summer, yeah, we have the seasons, but it's always kind of, yeah, there's a feistiness there. It's always wet. Not always wet, but here you have winter, so you have snow, ice, frost, everything dies, and then in the spring everything comes to life, and the summer then you see this blooming, the herbs, then the landscape goes to sleep for the winter, and that I love, and you really notice that here in the mountains, in the landscape, and you just see the change in the season, and you feel that as well. And that I like, you know, I've kind of grown to like that. So, yeah, it's an interesting place, and it's not a million miles from home. So, you know, and my hair's done.
Thank you. I think it's all. Are you finished or?
Cool. Oh, look at this, my colour. That's good, actually. You've done the Dublin colours. That's it.